Here we go, fourth down, Newton's Law. Peggy, what we got?
Well, Cam, we have the price of building a business. All right, so Dave Portnoy, the owner of Barstool, sits down with Uncle Shay and talks about some of the issues that he had with building what he has now, a profitable business. And obviously you started on the gridiron on the football field, but now you are a businessman, bug. So we want to hear what you have to say about you growing an empire here with Iconic Saga, but also NJC Ventures as a whole with all the companies that you own. So first off, let's hear what Dave has to say about making $1 million. It took him 10 years to make $1 million.
Right. I just didn't want to hate my job when I woke up.
Okay.
Like, I knew I wanted to try my own thing. But at Barstool, if I was making 60 grand a year working for myself, I would have been happy.
Did you ever think that this possibly couldn't work?
I got a job about 6 years in. I took a sales job, worked there. At lunch, I'm like, I can't do Barstool and give it a chance and do this. So one day, lunch, drove home, never went back. But I mean, we didn't make money for a decade.
Right. Really?
Yeah.
So how did you get by?
Grinding. Like I moved in with my in-laws. We had no rent. And just it was paycheck to paycheck trying to survive.
I don't think a lot of people really understand the importance of a hustle. You know what I'm saying? Being an entrepreneur is almost synonymous, and it runs parallel to these words: hustler's habits. So to that, as you go on and build businesses and create certain things, and you start to say to yourself, it's like, man, Cam, like, you got so much, man. Look at 4th and 1 and what it has become. Like, you know, you got a team around you, and, you know, man, I'm seeing y'all everywhere, bro. Keep doing it. And I relate to Dave here so much, and I'm such a big fan of Barstool. There's some certain things that we try to implement that he's done. So I respect what he has created.
Yeah.
Because his content is for the common fan, right? So as you're building business, there's too many times where people take more pride in being labeled the boss rather than getting the job done.
What is being a boss?
Me?
Yeah.
Being the boss to me is being the biggest servant. Because when you have guys like yourself, when you have guys like Jimbo, when you have guys like Christian, when you have guys like RJ, when you have guys like Drop Top, when you have guys like Double D, people are entrusting their livelihood with your vision. And you have to do right by that.
Yeah.
Pinky Cole, the founder of Slutty Vegan, she had a message that it just hit home. And it wasn't necessarily the video, more so than the caption. Take a look.
I made my first
Last
payroll
but not
in Slutty
least,
Vegan 2.0.
I want to thank me. I want to thank me for believing in me.
In that post, the caption illustrated certain things where she was proud that she covered payroll
Yeah.
for over 130, I believe, members on her staff. And as I think about certain things, and as we still on this topic of business, I have never put myself on salary. I've never taken anything out of, the bank account. Personally, from Iconic Saga, everything has always been, money coming in, money coming out for the enhancements of the show. Money coming in, money coming out for the enhancements of the personnel that's touching the IP. Money coming in, okay, boom, we got more opportunities to go out and hire more people, the right people, the talented person. And you may ask yourself, well, why you ain't never put yourself on salary? Y'all making money, ain't you? Y'all losing money. I knew Cam. No, it's not about that. I just haven't felt comfortable with the thought that Iconic Saga has made enough money that I feel comfortable with taking money out for my salary. I'm straight. I'm good. Do I have to do this? Absolutely not. Do I want to do this? Absolutely. Because I look at certain things as a way to say, hey, how can I invest time, effort, energy into my vision? So much I've been investing in other people's vision. Even when you're on a team, you're still a contractor.
Yeah, you're investing in something.
You're still an employee. Like, they pay you a pretty
penny to be one though.
but it's still off of somebody else's. Now, we all want ownership, but what's 100% of nothing when you can get 2% of everything? Stay with me. So as people are getting these knowledge or these nuggets from people that don't even know how to run business, you always will know as a business owner, there's going to be certain sacrifices that has to be made. And some of those sacrifices may directly impact you.
Yeah.
And everybody wants a piece. Man, I want more money. Man, I want this. Man, I deserve this. I'm like, bro, let's put things into perspective here. Because as you're building, it's going to take time. It's still an investment.
Yeah.
And I've always stood on the merit that this thing that we call Iconic Saga, the production company, is independently owned. Yeah, that's a flex. Do you have plans to sell? Do you have plans to resign? Like no, not at this particular point. I have to keep creating value for something so brands and different sponsors can say, you know what, hey, I want to buy some ad space right there.
Yeah.
And I do it because of the help of the whole team, not just Peggy, not just Jimbo, not just Double D, not just Electra, not just VJ, not just Rich, you know what I'm saying? Not just Pierre. Like, so many people have their hand in the pot that's helping the pot stir.
Yeah, that's real.
So from one boss to another boss, please understand that sacrifices are needed for success.
So, Cam, when you talk about your vision and growing a company, how much does your faith in your dream matters, right? Because you got to have, all businesses don't just pop up one day and it's, oh, we making money. I started yesterday. I'm making money today. It's like, no, you had to have, and you had to invest your own money into this business and seeing it blossom and seeing, you know, the first few years it's just investment and there's no return to now. It's like, oh man, money's coming in. Oh, it's investments, it's deals, it's this and that. So for you to take that time, like Iconic Saga didn't start. It was, you done did it while you was playing. So it's been years on years of just crafting away till we even got to this point. Like I said, man, Funky Friday started in the back of a car. 4th and 1 started in a bedroom or a back room that we wasn't even using. So, like, how much of your faith dictates, like, and how much faith in your dreams dictates the growth of your business?
Your faith has to be bigger than your fear. It has to supersede it. Even when they say, man, you can't do that, do it. Like, be comfortable with being uncomfortable. And that uncomfortability is not always physical uncomfort. It could be emotional uncomfort. It's like, man, how am I gonna find my next deal? Like, bro, I'm low. But still chin up with having that unwavering thought of this has to work. And too many times people only pander to their convenience.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'll get up around 10 and shoot content. It's like, no. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I'm always thinking about content. And how can we do certain things, and why are the things that we're doing not popping how I deem it to pop? Right? These are things that you really have to look at the analytics. Peel back, the content and say, man, that was a fly video. But it's like, but why was that video more or perform better than the other video? Yeah. These are the things, as being in this space of content, that you have to think about. Different techniques and different, procedures that you should implement on different platforms. You got Snapchat, you got, TikTok, you got X, you got YouTube, you got Facebook, you got Instagram, you got so many different platforms now. You got LinkedIn, and you can use all of them as an engine to propel yourself and using content. So many times I'm asked that question, like, yo, bro, like, give me some words of advice. Man, bro, start first. You'll figure everything else out later. Because while you're saying, like, yo, you invested so much, but I invested to do one thing: create value. Once you create value in a way, now that's the real Leverage, that's the real currency. No matter if you are a agency, no matter if you are a brand, no matter if you are a recording artist or recording company, they all want to have influence.
Yeah, for sure.
You create influence by creating a community that is loyal to you as the talent. And that's value. Because now you can write your own check. There's not another person in the culture that's popping more than Shannon Sharp, even in his circumstances. People tune in to Club Shay Shay, people tune in to Nightcap, and it's anybody who knows Shannon Sharp knows this about him. He does not play when it comes to business. But they just think that he just popped up with Cat Williams. No. They don't remember Shannon Sharp when he was inside the NFL, when him and Deion Sanders was talking about that. They didn't know Shannon Sharp when he was just a sports analyst or a football analyst at CBS. He's been in content in front of the camera for so long that people just see like, oh man, he just came around.
No, he been around.
When you see a guy like Joe Rogan, and Joe Rogan was one of the first people that labeled the podcast.
Yeah.
So when he's getting these $20 million deals or the $30 million, $100 million deals from Spotify and iHeart, these people have invested the time because they've created value for themselves. Create value. That's the real currency.
Yeah.
Because once you have that community, once you have those people that really listen to what you say, contrary to what you may believe, Stephen A. Smith, people want to hear what he got to say. He's entertaining. It's still an opinion, but he's entertaining. He's good at what he does now. Yeah. And I saw that firsthand. So you can't skip the work and go to the worth. No. You can't do that. Yeah. Please don't do that.
Yeah, that's real.
So that's my, take on just the hustler.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to get to the million and get to the millions and get like, bro, you got to sacrifice. We've heard it firsthand. Dave Portnoy has created an empire with Barstool. Yeah. It's a household name.
Can't fall in love with the win over the work. You know what I'm saying?
And the joy is in the journey.
Oh.
Talk to me.
Hello.